Hi, how are you? Matt Watson here from Carwow. So I've got an amazing drag race for you today because I'm going to be racing the quickest SUV in the world as vouched for by the Guinness World Records against the quickest supercar in the world. It's going to be nuts. Now I'm actually sat on a very special strip of road which the Abu Dhabi government has built out in the desert. It's 3 miles long, and the idea behind this is so that people can race their supercars here rather than on public roads. So the way this is going to work is that I'm going to first race a standard Nissan Patrol against a slightly tuned Nissan Patrol. Then we'll race that against a very tuned Nissan Patrol. And then finally, we'll race that against a supercar, Ferrari SF90. And then finally, we'll put that up against the quickest SUV in the world, which has been tuned by F Performance. It's got 3,000 horsepower. Anyway, let me tell you about these cars. And first off, when we came out here, we needed help from a driver. And so we thought, who's a local driver who's into cars who can help us out with this? And we found a chap on Instagram called The Steerman. His name's actually Saeed, and he's in that standard Nissan Patrol. So let's say hello to him.
Hi Saeed, how are you?
All good, Matt, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Listen, thank you very much for agreeing to help us out with this.
And for agreeing also to let me drive your tuned Nissan Patrol.
You see, I'm not actually sat in the standard car, I'm actually sat in Saeed's car. But before I tell you about this, let Saeed tell you
about the standard Nissan Patrol.
So basically it's a Y61 Patrol, TB48 engine, 4.8 litre inline 6. I think it puts out 210 to the wheel and something around 280 foot-pounds.
So that actually translates to, at the crank, the standard car puts out 280 horsepower and 400 newton meters of torque. It's quite a lot. Have you got an auto gearbox or a manual in that?
I've got an auto, sir.
He's lucky he's got an auto. Your car's a manual that I'm driving. I'm at a slight disadvantage here, sort of.
To be honest, it's more of an advantage than a disadvantage because the ratios in the auto are just too long.
Okay, also an advantage because Saeed has tuned his car. Yeah, it's got the same 4.8 litre straight six, but they've whacked a turbo on it. As a result, it puts out 380 horsepower and 580 newton meters of torque. Also, both of these Patrols weigh about 2.7 tons. If you want to check out Saeed's Instagram, I'll put a link in the description. I don't know what I'm waving this about. Right, shall we get on with this race and see how these two vehicles compare? It's going to be interesting driving this tuned vehicle. Hopefully I won't crash it because Saeed will be next to me watching it happen. Now, if you like these crazy drag race videos, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss a single upload. We've got some really exciting stuff coming up that you definitely don't want to miss. Anyhow, let's do this. Buy, sell, car, wow. Now before we race, let's do the customary Carwow sound check. So we're going to start off by getting Saeed to rev up the standard car. So Saeed, this is the part of the video when we want to hear what the exhaust sounds like. So would you mind just revving up
That standard Nissan Patrol, please.
Yeah, fine. Listen to this then.
It's alright. Does your Patrol sound better?
Well, I hope it does.
Yeah, I hope it does as well. This is going to be embarrassing if it doesn't, but let's give it a go. Yeah, don't worry, it definitely does, especially when you ping it off the limiter like that. Sorry, by the way, sorry.
No, after you hit the rev limiter, you're a local now.
Right, let's get on with the race. Oh, before we do, if you're thinking about selling your car, you can now do it through Carwow. It's dead easy. Just upload some photos, give a brief description, then dealers all across the country will bid on your car. If you want to find out more about that now, just click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below. Alternative, if you want to do it at a later date, or if you know someone who needs to sell their car, just get them to Google "Help Me Carwow" and we will help you sell your car. Right, let's race. Don't damage Saeed's car. I'm in rear wheel drive mode. What an idiot. No! Now I've got him. That was nuts! So I was a bit worried then, Saeed. I made an error though, didn't I? I went in rear wheel drive mode, so my wheels span like crazy. That's why you beat me off the line quite substantially.
So there's a quick trick everyone does on the Patrol. So you launch it into four-wheel drive, and as soon as you shift to second, you put it back into rear-wheel drive.
Okay, let's see what we can do.
3, 2, 1.
That's better, isn't it? Oh yeah. Let's go. No, doing third gear. Two-wheel drive now. Go on, two. Yes. Whoa, that's much quicker. Hey.
Well, congratulations.
Well, that was better from my end, Saeed. No wheel spin. I did your little trick of putting it into two-wheel drive while driving along, and it definitely helped my time. And you know, this is quite a nice level of tune, this, I think. I think it's the right amount of power.
It's quite fun in the dunes.
I bet it's fun in the dunes. Shall we take it in the dunes? Maybe for another video. Okay, now we have a rolling race from 50 kilometers an hour in second gear. Saeed's got his auto box in manual mode, so he'll be shifting manually. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, get on boost. Here we go. Wait a minute. Now we're pedaling. Look at that go. Once we come on boost, this thing flies. It's to the half mile, and he is getting dropped now. I'll tell you what, Saeed, I can see why you've turbocharged your Patrol. It's a big difference, isn't it?
I guess it's quite obvious now, isn't it?
Are you happy with the tune?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, if you guys stand in Nissan Patrol, you're watching this, you probably want to get this done. Check out the guys at F Performance, they'll sort you out. It appears that Saeed didn't like getting beat too much, so he's upped the ante somewhat with another Nissan Patrol that's been more heavily tuned than this one by quite some margin. So Saeed, can you tell me what's been done to that vehicle?
So this is a Y61 with a twin turbo kit that makes 1200 horsepower and 1600 Newton meters of torque, and it's a manual.
I'm glad it's a manual, because then we both have to faff around with changing gears, but I think that's going to be substantially quicker than this. You're about to humiliate your own Patrol. You do realise this, right?
Let's have fun.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see what it does.
Actually, sorry, before we race, let's just hear what noise your new Patrol mate's got. Rev it up.
Okay, so that's got some firepower. I could feel that in my chest, that bang.
3, 2, 1.
Blimey, that's just gone. Oh my God! That thing's nuts! Oh, it's coasting. Has it just exploded?
Went into lip mode in third gear, so that wasn't a full pass.
So, wait a minute. You went into limp mode and you still destroyed me?
Yeah, let Ryan have a look at it now.
Okay, take two. Let's find out what happened. So what was up with it, Saeed?
Well, I guess we didn't have fuel in the car.
Well, have you got fuel in it now? Is there enough?
Yeah, we just refueled it and ready to go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, I had a good start, but... Oh God, that thing! I'm going to do my two-wheel drive trick, see if it helps. Whoa! That thing is mental. Oh my God. I actually think I beat you for the first 50 centimeters.
Yeah, you had me there.
But after that, God, that thing just flies.
It's so much fun, you should try it.
Okay, so we've had a change of plan. I want to have a go in this thing, so we're going to do a rolling race now, and I've jumped into the 1200 horsepower Nissan Patrol. Do a rolling race, second gear, from 50 kilometers an hour. You ready, Saeed? Let's do this. Oh, blimey neck, this clutch is a bit, it's brutal. You're level. Right, let me get to about 50. 3, 2, 1, go. I couldn't find, I've got into fifth. There's third, now watch this. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, so that was super interesting because I cocked that up and went into fifth gear, and then I put it into third. Once this was in the right gear, oh my gosh, it's crazy, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah.
Let's up the ante. So I found myself a Ferrari SF90, and now we're going to see who's quickest. So Saheed, do you fancy your chances now? We've got your Nissan Patrol, albeit tuned, against a proper supercar, the quickest supercar currently on sale.
I guess we just have to see what happens.
Let me give you the stats on this SF90. It's got a 4-litre twin-turbo V8, which is sat just behind me, and it's mated to an electric motor which drives the rear wheels via an 8-speed dual-clutch automatic gearbox. But on the front axle, you've got an electric motor on each wheel. In total, the system puts out 1,000 horsepower and 800 newton meters of torque. It's got plenty of performance. It's quite expensive though. The SF90 starts from around £380,000. Now I'm going to back the Ferrari on this, but you never know, that thing is super quick. Let's find.
I didn't understand what you said.
Even Ferraris do it, it's not just Mercedes. Cancel, cancel, cancel. God, look how slow this infotainment thing is. Ugh. Okay, let's do this. Oh, do you know what I've forgotten? Sound check. I'm going to sound check this. Oh. I don't think that exhaust is stock. Go on, Saeed, let's hear that again. I'm giving that to the Ferrari. What do you reckon?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, obviously had him off the line. Come on, dropped him. Totally dropped him. That seemed like your worst run. What happened? What did you do?
I think it left the line with too much boost.
All right, let's run them again.
3, 2, 1.
We had a better launch then. But it's been dropped so badly. He's not going to beat this. This is too quick. Try and launch that with a manual gearbox.
What was it used that time?
This time it came out of four-wheel drive.
Do you want one more go?
Let's do that.
Okay, third time. He ain't getting no more goes after this.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's hopping all over the place. Whoa, looking right, he went everywhere. What happened? Your launch looked brilliant. You were off the line before me. It looked amazing. I could see your front wheels hopping. And then I just dropped you. What was the problem?
A lot happened. A lot happened. It never wanted to stay in its lane.
I could see. Was that in four-wheel drive mode as well?
Yes, sir. Four-wheel drive.
You did better launches when you were actually against the slower Patrol. I think you might have been a bit phased by the Ferrari.
I'm more of a Nissan guy.
Haha. Okay, well, it is what it is. Okay, now we're going to do a rolling race from 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour, third gear. First to the half mile does win. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on. Oh, come on, no way. Okay, so this lost that, but definitely winning the drag, and that's what matters. Speaking of which, we do have a Nissan Patrol which could beat the Ferrari in a drag. So let's get that. things have now got a little bit insane, because next to me is now a Nissan Patrol that isn't really a Nissan Patrol, because underneath the Nissan Patrol bodywork is the chassis of an R35 Nissan GTR. Only its 3.8 litre twin turbo V6 has been fully built. It's got two massive turbos, the biggest turbos I've ever seen in my entire life, and it now puts out 3,000 horsepower and 3,500 newton meters of torque. It's also got the 6-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox with launch control. It's completely crazy, that thing. It's worth an awful lot of money. How much? About $1 million maybe? I don't know. Now, because that's worth a lot and this is worth a lot and we're on quite a narrowish strip, what we're going to do first is a rolling race, just to make sure that nothing breaks. We don't want anything breaking. Now, before we actually do all that, what I'm going to do is rev up this Ferrari again. So that's pretty good. And now Saeed is going to rev up that monster. Oh my God, that is so loud. I know it's going to be insanely quick. Right, let's go with the rolling race. From about 50 kilometers an hour in second gear. He can't hear me, so we're just going to roll to the line and then go. Let's do this. Second gear, let's get to 50 kilometers. Here we go. Go. Oh my bloody God! That was mental. I was like so far ahead and then so far behind, just like that.
A few moments later.
This doesn't look good. Oh dear. What's happened?
The crank pulley has left the chat.
What do you mean?
The crank pulley just snapped off. You can see it dangling down there.
Oh my God, that's just sheared the front of the crank where the pulley goes on. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what 3,000 horsepower and 3,500 newton meters of torque will do. What we got to do to this, is it like engine out, crank out, what?
Yeah. Change the crank pulley, check the crank, put it back together.
Right, so we're not going to be able to do that here. Do you know what though? It'd be great if we could fix this up and bring it back again and do another video. Are you up for that?
Sounds good.
Right, to make sure you don't miss out on that, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you'll be alerted when we put that video live. Now I want to say a huge thank you to the steerman here, Saeed. Thank you very much. Check him out on Instagram. Also to the Al Ain City Municipality and the Til Al Swayhan Organising Committee for making this possible and letting us use their amazing facility here. So then what exactly happened? Well, the Ferrari won, completing the standing quarter mile in 9.8 seconds. The 1200 horsepower Patrol took 11.7 seconds, the Tune pickup 16.3 seconds, and finally the standard Patrol took 17.3 seconds to do the quarter mile. Now, if you're thinking about buying an SUV and you want something with a bit less power but still quite quick, click on the pop-out banner there for the link in the description below to get a carwow, because I've picked out one of my favourites and you can see what that car is and the discount through carwow. Anyway, I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you did, give it a like. Click on those windows there for some more videos, and on that box there to sell your car through carwow and let dealers from all across the country bid on your car. Thanks for watching.